With Chris Jericho's AEW deal expiring and CM Punk teasing potential debuts, this is Wrestling Hub. My name is John and you're watching the Wrestling Report for August 26th. Before we get into the rest of the video, make sure you subscribe to Wrestling Hub and turn on all notifications to stay up to date with everything in the world of pro wrestling. Since making his AEW debut in December, Sting has been paired up with Darby Allin. Despite being over 60, he is still competing at a high level. Speaking on the Levitard and Friends podcast, AEW president Tony Khan revealed he never thought Sting would be interested in signing with the promotion. I had no idea Sting would become available. I had no idea that Sting would be so interested in coming to work in AEW that we'd become so close so quickly. We built a great relationship and he's come in and been so important to our success, and through the pandemic helped build a lot of interest, get us really hot and in this position. So Sting is one of the all-time wrestling legends, and I did not expect he would come in and be available so soon. CM Punk's AEW debut on Rampage was one of the biggest ovations a wrestler has received. While critics like Jim Cornette saw the appearance as perfect, Booker T criticized it for Punk mentioning WWE, as he took to his podcast to respond to fans not respecting his critique. It's amazing. No, I'm serious. It's amazing. The hate someone gets for praising someone or just having a comment about someone like CM Punk. Like I said, Punk and I don't have any beef with each other. If I saw him, I'll tell him, man, you could have done a lot with that promo. I was looking for a pipe bomb. That's what I was looking for. Okay, so if you can't respect that as a man, because I'm willing to say to a man's face what I say on the air when I see him in public, I'm not going to be a little man on the air because I'm a man and I know how I would feel. But if you got something constructive to say, some constructive criticism about Booker T, and I hear it and it goes into the right ear and I go, man, he might be right, but I'm not going to hate on the guy or anything like that. That's just my point. Punk will be facing Darby Allin at the All Out pay-per-view on September 5th, as he is expected to do more for the company, including commentary. Speaking of AEW debuts, former WWE star Gangrel was apparently supposed to appear on Dynamite telling Fangin' and Bangin' I was supposed to be on a plane to Milwaukee. Monday, I get a return phone call saying, oh man, we're so sorry, we're going in a different direction because WWE media stuff. That entrance, everything Edge did was great. The reason I wasn't so excited about it is because I knew I was offered another great opportunity and the timing sucked. AEW contacted me and they wanted me to come in and do Dynamite. They were putting the entrance together. They were going to do the fire. They were putting the music together and getting it all together. At the same time, I was training and really happy for Edge on the inside. I was super worried, like, please don't let this ruin things. I called people and they were like, I wouldn't worry about it. When SummerSlam hit, I knew it was the final nail in the coffin. It was cool because I never knew what the Gangrel Brood entrance would look like in 2021. It was tremendously done. When I got the call that they were going to go in a different direction, it's not their fault, it's just timing. I think it was Tony's idea to bring me in. John Cena made his WWE comeback at Money in the Bank with him failing to defeat Roman Reigns for the Universal title at SummerSlam. Talking to ET Online, Cena stated he won't call The Rock or pressure him into coming back to WWE. He's earned the right not to be pressured into that choice. I can say he's a fan of WWE. He is the most electrifying man in sports entertainment. So as a fan I want to see one of the greatest performers of all time step back in the WWE ring? Yeah, but in no way am I going to call him, and if I'm going to talk to him about something, it's not going to try to be to get him back in the WWE ring. He needs to come to that conclusion by himself. The rumored plan is to have The Rock return to face Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. With Roman busy with the recently returned Brock Lesnar, this could still be in the works. It was previously reported that Daniel Bryan had signed a contract with AEW as CM Punk was in the ring on Dynamite with the crowd erupting in a yes chant. Punk would reply to fans in attendance, that's someone else's shtick, and you might have to be a little more patient. Fans cheered after that response, but we'll have to wait for Bryan to make his presence felt. With WWE recently releasing the tag team Ever-Rise, they have landed in AEW as 2.0. On Wrestling Observer Radio, Meltzer noted 2.0 was supposed to be involved on Dynamite this week, but Matt Lee missed the show because his wife gave birth. So what happened, and I don't know the whole story, but 2.0 were supposed to be in a key position in the show, so this is where I assume they were supposed to be, and Matt's wife gave birth, so they had to rearrange things very late in the game. From what I was told, those guys were going to be in a very key spot on the show that needed to be changed. Matt Riddle and Randy Orton's partnership has resulted in them becoming Raw Tag Team Champions at SummerSlam. This week on Raw, Riddle defeated AJ Styles with Orton laying out a moss with his personalized scooter at ringside. Speaking on the bump, Riddle admitted it was difficult to select a gift for Randy as it ended up being a scooter. I painted it, I put hearts on it, and I wrote his name properly because I spelt it wrong once. I always thought it was I-E and not Y. Sometimes the E sound, you can do it different ways, but yeah, I put in some time and effort with the tassels, and Randy is one of those guys who's not the easiest to get gifts for. You gotta make sure it's good, and he liked it. He liked it a lot. While we touched on CM Punk teasing Daniel Bryan's AEW debut, he also hinted at the recently released Bray Wyatt coming to the promotion and NXT star Adam Cole making the jump to AEW. Punk's AEW appearances have seen him wearing shoes with the initials AC, presumably for Adam Cole, and BW for Bray Wyatt. With Wyatt under a non-compete clause till October 29th, it could be a while before he makes an appearance. For Adam Cole, however, it was said WWE could get him to sign an extension this week. If that doesn't come to fruition, then he will more than likely have the standard 30-day non-compete clause for NXT talent. Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke are no longer a Raw tag team, with Rose rejoining NXT. She possibly suffered an injury at NXT TV tapings last night. Still, she seemed happy in a photo posted on Instagram showing her partying with her former tag team partner, writing "Reunited and it feels so good." At All Out, Chris Jericho will have his career on the line when he faces MJF. If Jericho loses, he will never wrestle in AEW again. With this announcement, many fans are wondering how long Jericho has on his AEW contract. On Wrestling Observer Radio, Meltzer revealed he has a 3-year deal with an option for a 4th. While he could leave the company in a matter of months, it's expected that he will sign an extension. There's a 1-year option, so in a sense it's up at the end of next year, so a year and a half basically left. Jericho did previously state fans won't know when his last match will be, as he is not a fan of big retirements. Seeing as though fans know going into this match that it could be his last, it's very likely he will either win or find a way to stick around in AEW. And this was your Pro Wrestling News Update. I hope you're all having a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later.